All right, I don't know. Y'all want to do like should I do different tiers like A plus, A minus, or no? That's too much.
No, A. I mean, I just do A, B, C, D, F.
Yeah,
I'm
first
gonna
round
do
exit. I don't really.
I do A, B, C, D.
no. That was something
Just
else.
do just do S, and then like A, B, C, D, F or something.
I don't think nobody had a
yeah.
season.
Yes.
The Celtics.
Boston Celtics had an S tier season. What are you talking about? They finally won a championship. They finally won a championship.
You heard what I said.
Yeah, no. I think they're the closest thing to an S. No one else had a better year than them.
All right,
Celtics S.
That might be the only team.
It is. I think it is. I think
Thunder A.
I think the Thunder, the Timberwolves, and the Mavericks are all in conversation for A.
I would say the Timberwolves also had A season. Yes.
The cat issue is like that's the only reason why I told you back.
You gotta put the Mavs in front. Put the Mavs in front of that.
The Mavs are an A. Yeah, Mavs are an A tier season for sure.
You can put the Nuggets right there.
Put the Thunder in front of the Timberwolves. Please put the Thunder in front of the Timberwolves.
Why? Yeah. They went to the Timberwolves went to the Western Conference Finals.
Nuggets is an A.
Nuggets are A too. Nuggets are A too.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Lost the second round. Why are
I think Minnesota's walking away with more questions. I think Minnesota's walking away with more questions than OKC.
OKC has they had lower expectations. They shocked the whole world. I think that's
Jokic won MVP.
That's one player. I don't even know what
Nuggets are A, bro. Nuggets are A. Literally everybody else is saying it, bro.
I'm kind of in agreement.
Max, you agree? Max didn't say nothing. What are you talking about, bro?
I think it's a B tier. I think it's a B tier. You lost Game 7 on your home court. I do think it's like
they blew a 20-point lead.
I don't think it's an A.
I don't think it is, bro. I don't think it is either. Like, what are we doing? That's not an A season. They had championship expectations and they lost 2 rounds early.
It's gonna be another one of those things where I'm gonna say something, it's even, and I don't get it again. I see what's going on.
What's the victim complex coming from? It's literally been like changing. The last segment, you literally got every single one. Jaden goes, I think it's 08, but we'll go with 07. Like every time.
Those aren't opinions. Those are based on actual. Actual.
This is just
data.
2 and 2. This is just 2 and 2.
Jaden know what I'm talking about, bro. Like he know exactly what I'm talking about.
Trust me, Latif always gets the way. I understand.
Anytime I come down on one of these situations, I never get it.
Latif's controlling the tier list. That's why he has
every time, bro. Every time.
All right. So we're appeasing Q. I don't want that to be
no. Put him in B.
No, too late. No, I'm not gonna lie. It has to go A now. After that, it has to go A.
Put him in B. Put him in B.
All right, now he's saying
I'm switching to A. I'm switching to A. I'm switching to
A.
I'm switching to A.
All right, something else, bro.
I want them in A. Put them in A.
Right now, we're putting them in. Just whatever, cool. I guess though.
Wizards.
Wait, hold on. Like the Nuggets literally did not meet expectations though. Like they literally didn't though. Like I just don't get it. Like they didn't. They lost. They were up by 20. They were by 20. But go ahead.
Wizards F. Yeah, Wizards F.
How are we measuring this? Because I feel like the Wizards didn't have expectations to come in this
Yes,
season.
I agree. I think the Bulls are an F. Yes,
I do. The Bulls are an F.
Can we just go?
The Suns are a D.
Wizards F. Put Wizards F.
Why though? I
don't know. You don't have to have expectations just to grade their team seasons.
I don't know.
It's a part of it.
The Bucks are F.
The only pushback I have is injuries. I would put him D just for injuries. They didn't completely.
We're gonna grade. We're gonna grade the Wizards.
It wasn't like poor management. It was just literally they had injuries everywhere.
Oh well.
The Bucks are they definitely like, bro. The reason why the Bucks season was an F, why? Because they did not make expectations. Expectations matter in this argument.
Okay. What expectations did the Pistons have? They're just ass. The Wizards are ass too. So put them at F.
The Pistons said they were trying to compete to win the games this season. They had expectations. What are you talking about? They lost 28 straight games. They lost 28 straight games.
They're the 2 worst teams in the league. So put the Wizards F.
To be honest, I know I'm like jumping around. The Knicks are low key in A.
They definitely are. Say too. They definitely are. Unless Q disagrees. Q. Oh, we got 3. I mean,
what was the expectations?
Not to be the number 2 seed.
That happened by like that. That's a false number 2 seed. I think everybody knows that.
they exceed expectations. I
Not
don't
to
think
be
nobody
fully in a playoff series.
76ers, F.
No.
They didn't meet
Ah,
expectations. They didn't meet
That's not-
expectations.
So put Denver in F. They didn't meet
Put him in
expectations.
F. Put him in F.
No.
Why
Put him
is
in F.
everyone
get
going
crazy.
Because now you
F?
see
I'll
how
get
fucking
crazy.
dumb that criteria just basing it just off that.
No,
It's not just off.
They
It's
don't meet
not
expectations.
just off. It's not just off expectations. It's not just off.
Exactly the
It's not just off
point.
things.
You didn't want to put the
Exactly
Wizards.
fucking
You didn't want
point.
to put the Wizards
So
at F
the
when they're
Bucks
literally the
shouldn't
worst
be in
team in the
F.
league.
The Bucks shouldn't be in F. But you want to talk about expectations so much, so leave them in F. 76. Everybody that didn't meet expectations are in F.
I'm not saying that. I just think it's a part of it.
The Bucks shouldn't be an F tier team. They're not on the level of the Bulls, the Wizards, and the Pistons. It's just
Yes,
stupid.
I think
That's
the Bucks
dumb.
should be
Wait,
in C.
but-
The Bucks should be in C or D. D probably.
But Q said the Bucks be F though, right? Am I tripping?
He was being sarcastic, I
He was
guess. I don't
literally
know.
trolling. It's idiotic.
I didn't know you
Bro,
was. I didn't know you was trolling.
Put them in B or C. Put them in B or C.
No,
The Bucks had a terrible season. The Bucks literally had a terrible season. I don't know why we acting like
they're in
they
C or
did. They had
D.
it.
They're in C or D.
Oh, so putting them F is so crazy now since they're in C or D. Well, okay. What are we doing? I want to. Can we get serious right now? No trolling. Like what are we doing?
Put them in C,
B
B or C. B or C. That
B or C?
And now I'm getting frustrated because it's stupid. That's dumb.
They lost in the first round.
Yeah, I don't think they're B. B is kind of insane.
Okay, so put them C, but that's idiotic.
What is idiotic?
You have them on with the worst teams in the league. That's dumb.
It's more. I think
This is grading every NBA team season. That's the expectations. Okay, you can put that in there, but you literally didn't want to put you didn't want to put the Wizards in F when they're literally the worst team in the league, second worst team in the league.
But like, does the Bucks season? Does the Bucks, I guess, overall thing?
They got the second overall pick because of how bad they were.
Does the Bucks season grade not also play into effect of them giving up Drew Holiday to get Dame and Drew Holiday being a core piece for the Celtics?
No.
Does that not play into effect for you guys?
They fired their coach. They fired their coach 40 games in. They lost in the first round. I don't know how much worse you can get than that.
Q, I get what you're saying, bro.
Q. Where do you think the Bucks should be? Like, I thought you were serious about putting them F.
We on to the next one. We on to the next one.
Who
next?
Like,
you can put the Magic. You could put them A or B.
I would say the Magic or A.
Mavs. You could put them.
I would say the Magic are B.
Put the Magic S, bro. They exceeded expectations.
By far.
I just don't know why we got to get to trolling. Like we can y'all don't agree with something I'm saying. Just explain why.
We're telling you, but you're not doing anything. So what's the point?
When it come down to that, that'll happen. That'll happen. But if you still don't agree with it, you're not.
No, I don't. I literally, we've been doing the majority rule the whole time. We're not going to pay this. We've been doing majority rule.
That's also false.
It took you 30
that's also
years
false. I know I have it. There's an instance where that happened.
When they're the worst.
What are you talking about? The 2 and 2?
Suns are an F.
They were. So when have we not did majority rule this whole time? You said put the books in F. Nobody knew. I didn't know he was trolling, and so now
Malik Monk resigned.
He did. He was doing all that trolling.
Malik Monk did resign. Yeah, I just saw that.
Wow, 4 years, 78. Okay, I'm trying to get serious about the list. We don't gotta do this. Like, I just know how to turn.
Put the Bucks C. Put the Bucks C.
Who agrees with that? Where do you think the Bucks should be, Max?
To be honest, I would say C or D. I would say D, but C is fine.
Okay, that's 2 people. And Key, where you want the Bucks to be put at?
Don't matter.
Come on, bro. You contribute to the list, bro. Contribute to the list. I'm trying. Y'all keep saying I'm doing dictatorship. I'm asking y'all where you want the players to be, and now it don't matter. What do you want them to be, bro? I've been
irritated after you just like stop listening. So and then
I didn't stop listening. What are you talking about?
Can't just said to cooperate on the spot, bro.
No. We argue about the Wizards literally, and then I put them in F. What are you talking about? What are we doing?
Put them in C.
Like y'all trying to paint this picture out. Like I just started moving people. I literally everybody that's right here. Y'all asked me to put it there. We all agreed on it, bro. We're not gonna start acting like I just start putting people.
I think the Warriors is B or C.
How?
I mean,
they didn't make the playoffs.
If you look at the roster construction, like would you actually expect them to do something in the playoffs?
If you look at the Wizards roster construction, would you actually expect them to do anything?
They're the worst team in the league. They're the worst team in the league.
Hold on.
They weren't the worst team in the league.
Any team who doesn't make the playoffs, any team
not by a lot either.
Okay. Any team who did not make the playoffs, I don't feel like they can be in like such a high tier unless you have a guy like Wemby. Like the Spurs, I think could be.
The Rockets the Rockets season is a B.
That's fine. Yes, the Rockets can count.
I would probably argue
Spurs can count.
I'll probably argue A, but B is fine too. I agree.
The Rockets, yes, the Rockets were good. The Spurs were good. Just because they have
Spurs
Wemby.
were not good.
It's just because
they lost more games. They lost more games.
I'm saying good as far as like this tier list.
Yeah, put them here.
We talking about the Warriors right now.
The Spurs should be no lower than a C in my opinion.
I think the Warriors should be a D.
Because you have Victor Wembanyama going forward, and he developed into actually.
How did their season go? No, how did their season go?
Yeah,
they were worse than the year before.
Putting a whole bunch of stupid stuff into the criteria.
Is there just like one way to? If we're just looking at record, then just do the standings.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the standings. It shouldn't be the standings. No.
Player development is a piece. Where you started, where you finished is a piece. How you play through the season's a piece.
They literally were worse this year. Wemby was great.
And that literally pulls them up to a C for me, and then that cuts everything off.
No, they don't get a C just because they drafted Wemby.
That's so stupid.
They don't get a C just because they drafted Wemby. You don't get a C for that.
We're talking about the Warriors right now. I think the Warriors should be in D.
C or D.
They could be in D.
Okay. They weren't good and they missed the playoffs. All right, so
right there, the Spurs right there. The Spurs right there.
Yeah, I think the Spurs should be D.
I'm cool with the Spurs at C, but that's fine.
They didn't do anything. You're giving them a C because they drafted Wemby. They ain't do anything other than that, like at all. They ain't get better. They didn't exceed expectations. They didn't do anything. They didn't meet expectations at all. Like everybody thought the team would get better. They didn't get better. They got worse.
You got 2 top 10 picks going forward. Wemby actually developed into a.
That's how did their season go? Don't tell me about their assets. How did their season go?
They put themselves in a position to get 2 top 10 picks. The Wemby part is that's the only thing.
So their season went bad. So you're telling me they're a C because their season went worse?
No, it's a Wemby part. I agree. It's the Wemby part. That's all it is.
Heat C. Put the Heat C.
Do we agree with that?
Yeah, Heat's up.
Do we agree with that when it's somebody else, but when it's you?
He's been saying it the whole time.
Oh my gosh, see, that's what I'm talking about. I've not been saying that. Like, what are we doing?
No, you've been saying do you agree the whole time. I agree.
Literally, bro.
You say do you agree?
Making the narratives up. So, Q, where do you want the Heat? Where do you think the Heat should be at?
You can have them in C. They're not good.
Okay. They lost in the first round due to injuries. I don't know. Max, where do you think he should be at?
I don't know. It's a weird team. I'd say like C just because it's like meh.
They didn't meet expectations. They got injured.
C, I guess C's fine.
They were pretty disappointed to me. They were pretty disappointed me for the whole year to me. Pelicans
B or C?
I think C.
I think B.
You could put them in B. They made the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll put them in B. And then Zion was healthy for the entire year, basically, until the last playing game.
True.
Lakers
B.
You can put them in C.
I was gonna drop C as well.
It was pretty disappointing because you really think about it. Like, they could have been way higher if Darvin Ham wasn't trolling the whole year.
The Clippers, I think B.
What?
Why would you put them over the Lakers? That doesn't even make sense to me.
How many games did Kawhi play?
The Clippers are pretty disappointing to me. I don't know.
Bro, were we not saying if
the Clippers have been one of the most disappointing teams for the past 5 years, bro?
They lost in the first round.
We were literally saying if
the team that went to the finals.
If this isn't the year that they win, then what other year? Like, that's literally what we were saying. And, like, it literally all collapsed.
Yeah, they started playing bad to end the season, too. It wasn't just like it was like – so where you got them at, C?
C.
Jaden? I'll put them in D. Where you got them, Q?
They could be right there with the Lakers.
Okay, that's not bad. Max, you said where?
Yeah, I think their expectations were a lot higher this year.
Sacramento, I think Sacramento was pretty bad. I mean, to me, they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah.
So what? You said D?
Yeah.
They regressed a lot from last season. They regressed last season. Yeah. So, what you think, Jaden?
D. Yeah.
Cavs.
C.
I was gonna go B.
C.
I mean, they made it further than last year. They met the expectation of making it past first round. So I would go B2.
Injuries killed it.
They weren't gonna beat the Celtics anyways.
They weren't beating Boss anyways.
What you think, Q?
I guess they could be a B. They could be a B.
I just don't see how they're over Milwaukee, bro.
Milwaukee should be lower, in my opinion.
Milwaukee expectations were much higher than the Cleveland Cavaliers coming into the season. They traded for Damian Lillard and lost in the first round. And they fired their head coach after 40 games. I don't even know what the conversation is about. They should be lower. They should be in D.
They didn't have a point of attack defender, bro. Like it can't all be on Dame's shoulders, bro. Like that doesn't make that literally doesn't make any sense, bro.
It's not.
What Milwaukee
roster construction, like that has to matter. Like you can't just.
I want to ask the panel. Was the Milwaukee Bucks championship expectations coming to the season? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I had Boston. Yes.
They lost in the first round.
They did like the excitement of getting Dame, the allure of getting Dame, so a top point guard in the league, top 3-point guard in the league, before the season started. Yes, that sounded great. But when you actually saw them, and then you're like, damn,
that's part of it, though. That's part of it.
I mean, I guess it does, but they didn't even play a game. And then once you like looked at the team, then you're like, okay, this doesn't.
What were the Cavs' expectations to win a playoff series?
Yes, it was.
What did they do? Win a playoff series. At bare minimum, they're a B.
I just don't think they're over the Bucks, but I wouldn't.
Bro, what?
I don't think the Bucks should be over some of these other teams.
I don't think that's bad. So I mean, you could put them B. Pacers.
I don't think the Bucks.
Pacers close to A.
I think they'll go to B. They made the Eastern Conference Finals. Crying out loud.
A.
We want to critique how they got there. I understand that, but Q, what you think though?
Let me put them A.
I ain't gonna lie, the Bucks being in C is a travesty, bro. Come on, bro. Suns, they had an extremely disappointing season.
Borderline F, but I go D. They're bad.
F, I got F too. Q, F.
They didn't come close to expectations.
I was gonna say
D. They didn't win a playoff game.
Yeah, they got swept, bro, in the first round.
I think the Bucks are a little bit better than the Suns, but I think they're on similar spots.
I will also agree with that, but the
lowest they should go is D, and I'm not budging on that.
The Suns,
that's stupid. That's stupid to have them with Pistons, bro. That's dumb. That's stupid.
Brother, they lost in the first round.
Expectations can't be everything. Like that literally can't be everything.
They're not.
It also wasn't a great season.
They didn't have a great season at all, no.
Okay, but they're way better than the Bulls, way better than the Wizards, and way better.
But again, like what Q was saying with the Spurs, like you can't talk about assets going forward. We're not looking next year. We're looking at this year.
Okay,
they didn't have a great season. They didn't make expectations at all. Like not even close.
Those should factor in, but it shouldn't be the end all be all. Like
it's not.
So what's the other criteria?
What's your biggest? What's the biggest part of
finishes?
What they got swept. They got swept. What the fuck?
Yeah, they got swept in the playoffs. What did the Bulls and the Wizards and the Pistons do in the playoffs? Did they even get close to the playoffs?
They don't have Kevin Durant. They don't have Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker.
Okay, but they're not the same as the Bulls.
This isn't the standings. This isn't the standings. This isn't the standings at all. This isn't
It isn't the standings. They're more on the level of the Kings and the Warriors, so they should be a D.
You know what? Fine. They could be D.
They should be F, but it's okay. Rockets, are we saying B or A?
B.
That's a B.
I said B.
Rockets would definitely disagree with that.
I don't think
Raptors.
Are you putting the Rockets season over any of the teams in A? If they make the playoffs, I think they're in A.
I don't think the Nuggets should be in A. So that's just me. But
I'm just saying, like the Rockets. Just take the Rockets as a sample size. The Rockets have a better season in comparison than any of those teams above.
No.
Okay.
Raptors probably like C, right?
I would say C. Yeah, solid C. I think Toronto's a solid C.
They got a direction.
Do they?
What you think, Q? Yes.
What's the direction?
They're rebuilding. What you mean?
Around who?
Are they not rebuilding?
It's just Scotty.
So what you think? What you think, Q?
Did you expect them to come into the season and say we're rebuilding with the roster that they had?
Like I think they're C. I think it's a set C. I don't think any more of it though.
I also think they should be in C. I think it should be in C.
Q, what do you think? What do you think? D?
I don't think they had a good season.
I think C is kind of like.
I think it's okay. It was
I don't
okay.
think expecting to rebuild is expectations that you should want to meet. So I don't. So that's like a net positive. Like I mean a negative. Like that doesn't make no sense. Like they met rebuilding expectations. Like so I don't think they met any expectations and they didn't have a good season. So I don't.
Was Toronto not solid in the first part of the year? Were they not a good team in the first half of the year?
No, they were not. No,
I think they were competing for like a playoff spot for a little bit.
Do you think they had a bad season or just okay season? I think they just had an okay season. To me,
I don't think they had a okay. I think they had a subpar season. I don't think it was good at all.
Where you put them?
You put them in D.
And Jaden, what's your thought on the Raptors?
What?
Raptors.
Just put them where you think they should go, bro.
Nope, you're the deciding vote.
Yeah, you are.
I don't even know where you guys wanted to put them.
You can put them wherever you want.
F.
Okay.
I don't even. All right, we're gonna put them D because that's the F. C, like D is in the middle of F and C, so that's where we're putting them. Nets, I'm saying F, right?
I was gonna say D, but yeah, it's
why? Max. All right.
I don't know I don't know what I thought they were gonna be coming into the year.
They had a terrible season, brother.
There
was people on the internet and people on TV talking about this is going to be a playoff team and Mikal Bridges is going to be an all-star. Okay. This is an F team.
Yeah, that's true. Sixers or no Jazz C. They should okay season.
No, I think with your rebuttal to Toronto saying they have a direction, Utah doesn't have a direction right now. Only reason why I would push D.
Yeah, I don't think they had a C season at all.
They had a D season?
They were good for a little bit, but they don't have a direction still.
Okay, we got 2 Ds. I got a C and Jaden, Jazz.
C, actually.
I think they had an okay season. I don't think they had a bad season.
Put a D.
You said okay. Hornets, I would say F.
Yeah,
Brandon Miller.
Matter of fact.
They had a terrible season.
I'm gonna put them in D.
I agree.
I'm gonna put them in D.
What?
They have Brandon Miller.
I don't think their season was. I don't think their season was as bad as the other teams.
I don't even want the Spurs in D because I don't think they did anything. I don't think they met expectations. I don't think they got better.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But they
have to be there for the same logic. The Hornets also have to be there too because
Brandon Miller is not going to be.
They got
Brandon Miller.
They have Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball. That's the
LaMelo missed the entire season, brother. He missed the entire season.
And you add Brandon Miller and Wemby, but the season went terrible, but Wemby. So fuck it. Put the Hornets.
I'm agreeing at D. I'm
telling you, I don't know if you get it, Max. I'm telling you that it's stupid that they're up there, but
you said you put them in D too. You literally just put the Hornets in D as well.
Because the Spurs are there.
I think the Spurs and Hornets had 2 completely different seasons. The Spurs had their star player miss the entire season, and they were terrible.
You mean the Hornets?
I mean, that's what I meant. The Spurs got through a successful year with Wemby, being staying healthy, managed his minutes, and they also.
So is that a successful season for the Spurs or a successful season for Wemby?
I don't think it's an F tier. F is like everything.
Those two are intertwined. Those two are intertwined. Those two ideas are intertwined to me because he's the future of that franchise. So yes, those two ideas are intertwined. But go ahead, Max.
I would say F tier is like everything went wrong, was not a good year, whatever. D is like most of the stuff went really bad. There were some bright spots. I think the bright spot was Wemby. Like I like that's it. That's the only reason why it's not an F. I don't think that's crazy to say that at all.
Okay.
Idiotic.
Well, we already have so. What about the Hawks? Probably like a D.
D.
Yeah, they're pretty. Grizzlies.
That's a hard judge.
Ja was out for so long.
LaMelo's out for so long.
Brandon Miller.
That's true, bro. That's a troll. We can move over to that's taking too long. 76ers. Lost in the first round of 7 games. F?
Put him in D.
Max, what you think about Sixers, bro?
I mean, I think the Bucks had a worse season than the Sixers, but
I also think that's true. I also think that.
Why?
Because they lost.
They lost in what? They lost in what?
First round.
They lost in the first round.
Okay.
The Sixers also lost in the first round. Yes or no?
Okay, next.
Okay, and they fired their head coach in the middle of the season, hired a better coach, I guess, and they also were still bad after that.
Did you think the Sixers were going to the finals at the start of the year?
The Sixers would have been I think the Sixers would have been.
I think if their best player didn't go down for damn near 40 games, I think they're at least in the second round no matter what. But that didn't happen. They did not meet expectations. They also didn't have a great regular season. They had a great start, and
there's no way. And what's the argument for the Bucks over them, though?
You're right.
Okay, right. So there's no way they could be F and the Bucks are in C. That's ridiculous. The Bucks season was crash and burn, bro.
Drop them both the D, and I'm fine.
I think they should both be in. I think the Bucks should be in F. I would probably have a.
You can put him in C.
I don't think the Sixers had a C tier season. I'm fine to drop the Bucks to F, but
C.
But Miami didn't do better than the 76ers. The Lakers ain't do better than the 76ers, and neither did the Clippers.
No, that's true. That's all true.
Sixers C.
And they all lost in the first round.
I would say we put the Sixers in C and drop the Bucks down to D. I think that's what we should do for real. But
keep the Bucks C.
That's just terrible logic. I don't even think it's any logic to have them in the C. They didn't have an okay season. They had a terrible season by every metric.
Let's put the Trailblazers. Let's put the Trailblazers D because it's Scoot.
They won the most games out of anybody except for the Clippers.
Okay.
With all that going on, they still won more games than everybody on that tier except for the Clippers.
Put the Blazers D. Scoot had a great end of the season.
We're trolling.
You think the Bucks had terrible?
This is Max's logic. So I mean,
you're still hung up on that.
You're acting like you're not saying Wemby's the GOAT this year. Like, does that not account?
Okay, but I said that's an F. They should be F. We're not talking about Wemby. We're talking about the team.
The Spurs didn't have F season. I don't think. Nah,
thank you.
We're not talking about individual players. We're talking about the team.
I just don't believe that.
Like Q. Like, are you like, is D like not valued as like, I don't know, like, is F not everything went wrong, nothing went right, no good moves, no nothing, no success at all? The Spurs had basically everything was bad except for one thing, and that puts them above all those teams, in my opinion.
I would agree with that.
Their season isn't rated a D because they made the obvious draft choice.
But my thing is,
that means on draft night when they drafted Wemby, I could have closed my eyes, not watched anything, and I would still came here and put him in D just because they did the same thing all the other 29 teams would have did.
But again, did you guys all think he was going to be second in DPOY his first year?
That's that's not a team thing. That's a Wemby thing.
That's a Wemby thing.
Because Jokic won MVP, but bro just told me, that's an individual thing, not a team thing. So what the hell does Wemby being second in DPOI mean anything?
I think the Spurs they didn't really have any expectations.
Y'all just pick and choose when to use certain things, bro.
So, no. People thought the Spurs were going to be better. Everybody in the world thought the Spurs were going to be better because they had Wemby. They were actually worse.
I thought that would be a bad team.
We're picking and choosing when we're gonna use certain things. So let's use what Max was using the whole time.
Jaden, I don't know when I'm not
individual
using it. When am I not using it though? When am I not using it though?
The school was not a bright spot. That's not true.
School want to get you to understand that.
So you have
the
individual
all the time, but it doesn't work.
School was not a bright spot.
My thinking is,
at the end of the season.
That's true. That's true.
My thinking is, I did not have expectations for the Spurs. I thought the Spurs would be bad. They were bad. They met expectations in that aspect. They were bad in the regular season, so they performed poorly. But player development wise,
did you
think they were going to be? Did you think they were going to be better than they were last year with Wemby?
3 games, 4 games. Like what they finished with last year? 21.
Do you expect them to be 3 games better?
Yes or no? I did not. I did not expect
it's a yes or no because you're gonna give me a whole bunch of other things. Did you because you just said 3-4 games, maybe they were gonna be better. That's what you said. So are you telling me you expected them to be 3 or 4 games better with Wemby? Yes or no?
Sure.
That's what you just said.
Yes.
They were actually like 3 games worse. So they did not meet expectations. They were a worse team. Like I said, if that's the case, you didn't have to watch a game. You didn't have to watch a game this year of Spurs basketball on draft night when they drafted Wemby. You were going to give them a D automatically.
What do you think the Blazers should be, Q? Let's get this out of the way. Blazers.
Wait.
They did not have a good season. They didn't meet no expectations.
What was the Spurs record this year?
They didn't have no bright spot. Saying School's a bright spot is actually insane. That's not
the Spurs had the same record as last year.
That's not worse.
They were 22-60 both years.
Is that not worse when you have
Victor Wembanyama? You said they finished the worst record. They didn't.
I thought it was like one. I thought it was like they finished like with 1 less win or 2 less wins. Something like that.
22-60 and 22-60.
They weren't a better team.
Yeah, but again, if I expected
we got a Blazers F.
You're giving them a D based on something that they did literally a year ago.
But so we got Blazers F up from Q. Max Blazers.
Q said Blazers F.
Yeah, they literally did not. They had no bright spot. That's well. I guess the role players.
Aiden didn't work out. Aiden didn't work out. Scoot didn't work out.
Scoot was a bright spot at the end of the season. Wemby was a bright spot. Wemby is a bright spot, even though that has nothing to do with the team. We have Brandon Miller.
That does have something to do with the team. And nobody wanted to put the Hornets in.
It had something to do with the team, but it had no impact on the team's success. They were still trash. One of the worst teams in the league. They should be F, but it's
Scoot did not have a bright spot.
We're putting the Spurs D because of Wemby. That's literally what we're doing. Is
Wemby on the same level as
the Hornets up at D because of Brandon Miller and LaMelo? That could be a great.
Nobody did that. Nobody did that. I put them F. I didn't agree with that.
I didn't.
One F.
Well, they're up. They're up there because of Max. They're up there because of Max logic. So at the end of the season, Scoot, the generational point guard, generational guard prospect, had a good end to the season, so he should be D.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
I don't know why we're in it. I don't know why we're switching up the criteria at the end because that's what Max was doing the whole time. So let's put a D.
No. We got an F from Q. We got an F from me. Max, what's your placement on the Blazers?
Doesn't matter. You can go D. Doesn't even matter.
No, we're not doing that. What's your placement on the Blazers, bro? So we can end this off. You have 2. We have one more name at that.
F.
All right, we put them F. Now the Grizzlies.
Why not D? Why not D, Max? We were going off of one player the whole time.
They could be Grizzlies.
A D. I would also agree with. I would also agree with a D. They just didn't. They didn't have Ja. It's like
they didn't have expectations, but Desmond Bane broke out.
Yeah, he did. Oh, and they got Gigi Jackson broke out too. A lot of shit happened for them. Vince Williams broke out too. So a lot of shit happened to him.
So why not C?
Why
not C? The only unfortunate thing was Ja, but we had so many people break out. So why not C?
They also were terrible. That's not. That was also unfortunate.
But a lot of people broke out and improved. So why not C?
That matters. That's a part that they're part of the team.
That
so I got D.
That matters. Just like Wendy matters. So I feel like C.
D for me. Q D. Max.
D's fine.
All right, we put him D.
Hey, fuck it. We should put him A.